seasonal work has shown me that not everyone in the world is terrible. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Kayla, aka KK, aka K. And I'm doing a series right now talking about seasonal work. So if you haven't checked out video number 1, please go back and check out video number 1 talking about what seasonal work is and where you can find seasonal jobs. Today's video is about why seasonal work is the best career choice for adventurers. So I don't have any notes for this. I'm gonna just talk from the top of the dome. I think seasonal work is really, really good if you want to seek adventure, because the seasonal work jobs that you were able to apply for, ziplining guide, rafting guide, horse guide, anything outside, truly, at least what I look for, server, hospitality, housekeeping, front desk receptionist, night auditor, like so many opportunities to work in national parks or just to work outside. It's just so amazing, especially during peak summertime and peak winter time. Like for the winter time, it is so amazing to work at a ski resort, for instance, because seasonal work is where they hire you for high touristy areas. So like ski resort town, like Montana, Colorado, they would hire you to work at a ski resort, letting it be server, hospitality, working outside in the snow, just shoveling the snow when people are getting on a ski lift, or a ski lift operator. Like you can make some money with that. Or high touristy towns in the summer, like Montana, California, Utah. Like I said, zip lining, water rafting, horseback riding guide, hiking guide, and just stuff like that. It's just, if you are seeking adventure and if you are seeking something new, seasonal work is the job for you. I will leave down below the links to apply to seasonal work. Literally, these websites, they do the work for you. They just list the jobs, and all you have to do is send in your resume and just wait to see what happens. For me personally, when I first was applying back in 2023, I sent my resume to maybe five places. It was during a time where my career strikes were happening and everything, and stuff just wasn't moving along in my career field of film and television. So I was just like, you know what, this is the perfect opportunity for me to just leave my home state, leave the city that I'm in, try something new. I got nothing else going on. What is there to lose? So I applied to this one company, literally sent my resume, answered their questionnaire, and an hour later she called me and said I got the job. So, and honestly, that day changed my life, because I've been everywhere. I lived in Utah twice. I lived in Montana. I'm about to live in Tennessee this upcoming year, and I will also be living in Oregon in the upcoming year. So I'm so excited. It's just so exciting to experience these new adventures, and the fact that it's crazy that not a lot of people know about seasonal work and not a lot of people know about these jobs, because I look at seasonal work like, okay, we're going into a new state in a new area, leaving home. What kind of Kayla is gonna come out of this? What kind of person am I gonna be after this? How am I gonna feel? What's gonna heal? Because there's been a lot of self-exploration. There's been a lot of self-healing, being in these new areas and facing new challenges and figuring out who I am on a deeper level. And it's just meeting new people from literally all walks of life, from all areas of life. It's so wild, and we just live with these strangers. And if you're seeking adventure, if you're seeking something new, seasonal work is for you. I will advocate for seasonal work at all times. Like, for me, it's to the point where I want to take the whole 2025 year off from my career. Even though my career makes good money, The stress low-key is not worth it to me sometimes. I want to take the whole 2025 off and just do seasonal work and just travel. The fact that that's another perk. Traveling 9 times out of 10 for free. Yes, you got to find your way there. That costs money, but 9 times out of 10, they're going to provide you housing. You're not paying rent. It's literally just taken out of your paycheck. And you don't even recognize, you don't even see it, really. Because 9 times out of 10 is probably like $10 a day for housing. But you're traveling and working where you're traveling, and you get to experience a new city and a new town and new people for a certain amount of time. I love that. Like, that is a bonus Jonas for me. Those are the perks of seasonal work, and it's very flexible. At least the people that I work for, they are very flexible on requested time off if you need time off, and they will find a way for you to get into the schedule to what's the word, I guess, to work the hours that you missed. Yeah, if you need a mental health day, they understand. At least, again, the company that I work for, they understand. And it's just, I don't know, it's just so amazing. Oh, and then another good perk, again, I'm talking about the company that I work for. It's a glamping resort company. So they have locations all around. In major national parks, they have locations there. They're still building up new camps, but in the parks that they do have, no matter which park you go to, you can be working at one park, but you get an employee discount, which is much needed because these tents are ridiculously expensive a night. You'll get employee discount. So even if you visit another camp, you can still get your employee discount. Like, I went to Maine. I worked at the Zion National Park camp, but I went to Maine with some friends that also worked at the Zion National Park camp. We went there for 3 days. Got it covered like 75% off, and it was like $289 for all 3 nights, when usually $110 for 1 night is almost like $600. So I appreciate the discount for sure. Yeah, and you get half off food at the resort, and it's just so amazing and so cool. And you get to meet the other people who work at that camp. So if you want to apply to that camp, you already know somebody, and it's just so cool. Like, I don't know why I shouldn't feel late to the game. I shouldn't feel late to the game because life is not a race. But seasonal work, if you're seeking adventure, get into it. Get into it, okay? Get into seasonal work. Get into a new adventure. Be open to new friends, new life, and possibly, like, you could low-key meet the love of your life on one of these adventures that you're going on, and you might not even come back home. You literally went out, you took a chance, started a new life, and look at you, living in Washington with your lover and your dog. That is why I feel like seasonal work is perfect. It's the perfect career choice for adventurers. And it's like you might be locked in for 5-6 months, and then you can choose either to keep working at a different seasonal job, or take as much time off as you want until you run out of money, and then go back to your seasonal job. You know what I mean? So it's a very good job for adventurers, nomads. Highly recommend it for nomads, because living on the road is a little hard. I've tried it before. I'm probably not going to try it again until I get a bigger vehicle, because I have an SUV, and it's like living on the road in an SUV for me is just too small of a space, and I like taking up space. I require a bigger range of space. So I might get a van, hopefully. Like, that's one of the perks. I'm trying to pay off my SUV, but hopefully I'm trying to make enough money doing seasonal work where I can save up for a van and just pay it out outright, and it's just my other home, you know? So I feel very hopeful. Seasonal work has given me hope on things. It's definitely helped with my mental, because you are in nature all the time. Y'all, nature is healing. Hugging a tree is healing. People think that is weird. Who the frick cares? Like, that's one thing I will say. Another perk, the people that you meet y'all have the same mindset. I remember I was in Moab, Utah, and it was a full moon, and me and maybe 5 of us girls, we were just like, you know, should we just go out into the desert and just howl at the moon and just light a fire and just dance? And all of us looked at each other like, yeah, absolutely. So we literally, like around 2 a.m, we hopped in my car, we went out to the desert close to the Arches National Park, and it was a beautiful, bright, full moon. We lit a fire, like a little campfire at a fire pit, and we were just dancing and howling, and it was just the most magical, most wild woman time that I've ever experienced. Like, I felt so close to them, and I felt so close to my feminine side, and I just felt close to nature, and honestly felt close to God. Honestly, whatever God is for you, whatever higher power is for you, I felt close as hell. So it's a lot of perks. That's another perk that seasonal work has. This is another perk of why seasonal work is good for adventurers and just people in general. Seasonal work has shown me that not everyone in the world is terrible. I truly think that with social media and news, like, I haven't watched the news in years, but with social media and the news and articles and everything coming out, they just show you everything bad that's happening in the world, and they show you all the terrible people that are out there, and it just makes you afraid to explore and live life. I will say, since facing my fears and being in remote areas and being in areas where you would think like, oh my God, I'm not welcome here, lies. They were so lovely. Like, are there people who are still terrible out there? Yes, but majority of the people that I met in these small towns in the middle of nowhere, they were the sweetest beings. Like, I'm just like, wow, the media has it all wrong. The world is not scary and not terrible. Now, do you still have to move with caution? Of course you do, especially if you're a solo female. Of course you do. But it's just like, because you can't trust everybody, but 9 times out of 10, or maybe 8 times out of 10, the world is not scary and people are not scary. I truly do believe there are more good people out here than what we are being shown all the time. So I highly recommend, if you want to just experience new people and just get a new vision of life and a new perspective of how people live, and just a new perspective on people in general, seasonal work is for you. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I love you so much, and I'm gonna see you in my next video. Give this video a thumbs up, click that notification bell to be notified when I upload, and leave a comment down below. Do you think seasonal work is for you? See you in my next one. Bye.